Tough week. All right. Hey, greetings, sports fans. Bringing it to you for the fourth week. The fourth week was pretty tough. It was on me. It was on a few of you. But, you know, that's the way it goes. We had, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upsets. And something I've always hated, and you know it. You know what I'm about to say. We had a tie. Ties are bad. You know, I hate ties. They're un-American. I've said this many times. They should have the, the captains of the defense of the Packers and the Cowboys and have them fight to the death right there in the field. And that decides the game. But that's me. I just hate ties, and so does every bookie out there. Anyway, we had one of those, and that essentially means that game don't count. So, you got that going for you right away. That game don't count. We had, let's just go into who did what this week. This week, we had 2 winners. First time, 2 winners. This year, anyway. And they were the Rooster. Can you believe it? Oh, my God. This kid's crashing and burning. You know, I don't know which way he's going. He's going off the rails. And then he hands in 13 wins. But he wasn't alone. Southpaw and Goldilocks, who were not last year's champion, but the year before, they got 13 wins too. Outstanding! 13 wins. I might have burned down a neighborhood to get 13 wins. I swear. It's terrible. I can't believe how bad I'm picking lately. But I don't want to get into me right away. In fact, I'm going to have a little sip because it was tough. We had a mini upset. Yeah. The Bears pulled it off. I don't know how. Both teams were just, you know, it seemed like going through the motions, couldn't do anything. And the Bears really looked bad, but they won. And I picked them. That's what's most important. And so did a few of the other ones. I wasn't alone there. In fact, most of us took them, but there were a few who, 6 of you, didn't like the Bears for that. When you lost by 1 point, ain't that a kick in the groin, huh? Oh, man. I'll tell you, it happens to me all the time. I got to wear a cup. Anyway, moving on. Nobody had the Giants. How come nobody took the Giants over the Chargers? I didn't take them because I was too busy picking other upsets that didn't happen. I would have given anything to get one game up on every one of you, which would have happened if I'd have taken the Giants. Not even Southpaw and Goldilocks took the Giants. And I happen to know he may reside in Delaware right now, but he is a lifelong Giants fan, and he didn't even pick them. I don't blame you. Nobody else did either. Moving on, I almost had a good upset with Tampa Bay. Almost. But ultimately, the Eagles are a really good team, and they covered the spread, which is always good, you know. At least win some money for the gamblers who bet on you. In any event, we're going to move on down the line. Rooster, Southpaw, Goldilocks, here it is. The tip of my visor. And the outstanding picks, 13. Nobody else had 13. All right, moving on. We did have a couple that were close. Hollywood and Lucky Dan. Hollywood, where are you getting your information? Leave something in the comments. Tell me something. Lucky Dan. 12 games, both of you. Now that's picking. I'm going to do it again. That's picking. Why I can't do well. Last 2 weeks, I'm lighting a match to myself. I'm about to self-emulsion, whatever, you get the idea. I'm going to burn myself. But that was good picking. 12 games. I really, very well, very good. Especially the fact that you two are rookies. We should be blowing your doors off. That's what should be happening. But we're not. All right, next one are the 11 game winners. Uncle Edge, right there at the top again. Double digits, Mr. Clean. Clean. I know how you're a sleeper. Nobody's paying attention to you, and then bang, you come in with a high number. Let's see, 11 with The Undertaker. He had his moments. He had, he had the Jets with me. Don't bet the Jets. You're crazy. I was trying to find something there, It was close. I know how you feel, Undertaker, but it wasn't close enough. Just didn't work out for us. And Surfer Girl, you have definitely fixed yourself. Because this is 2 weeks in a row you've beaten me. Since I made that comment, which I don't think you really cared for, based upon what I saw on the show. So I apologize. You're all fixed up. Just if you got a curse on me or something, please don't leave it on me. I've got trouble enough. I don't need any curses on me. All right, moving on. Surfer Girl, The Undertaker, Mr. Clean, Uncle Edge. Good picking. 11 wins. Top notch. Well, not the toppest notch, but it's up there. Moving on to the 10 game winner. There was only one, I believe. Let me look here. Yeah, it was the counselor coming in. Double digits. But you know, and I know that, that probably ain't going to do it. You're going to need to, go strong like you did last year. I think that was the most anybody ever picked in the modern era where they play more games now. In any event. 10 games. It's good. Now the rest of the people I got to mention, myself included, not so good, I got 9 wins. Batman, 9 wins. You've won this thing before. What happened? I remember you being all cocky. That's what I remember. How easy all this was. Not so easy now. No, it ain't. Let's see, who else? Me and the Batman. All right. There were ones who did worse. So, we got that going for us. The Badgers, they fell. They fell a little bit this week. A little bit. Come down a little bit. Probably not so much on your high horse right now. I don't blame you. With 8 wins, which is only 1 less than I had, it ain't good. And the Coyote was with you, and Jayhawker was with you, and Lady Hawk was with you, and the Hangster, you come out of the gate like nobody's business. Nobody had ever done that before. And now, it seems like you're moving back in the pack, man. You're moving back, bro. Them other horses they're gaining, man. I'm not saying that the race is over by any means, but, just saying. But Cracklin' Rosie, not good. 8. My goodness. You were clipping away really good there. But, everybody has a bad week, at least one. Probably more like 2. But, everybody has a bad week. That's how it shook out. And then we got to come to the bottom. So, one person I ain't mentioned, you know who you are, but I'll say it anyway. It's the Boilermaker. Come in with 7 wins. That's tough, man. Them Titans let you down. The Panthers let you down. The Colts let you down. Colts let me down, too. I didn't appreciate it. I love Indiana. Everybody knows me. Indy 500, man. Everybody knows I love Indiana. You guys host me every year. It's nothing like it. Anyway, you got to do better than this, man. A little more effort. I hope when I send you texts and tell you, hey, man, you didn't make your picks yet, that you're not just racing and looking and going hodgepodge. Because starting to show a little bit. Anyway, that's how it shook out this week. So I better get to the board. There was no pick of the week. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. Making me have a cocktail. But we move on to the board because the board's important. It's where the world gets to see where you are in the standings. Now, I've been drinking a little bit. I know, you really couldn't tell. But anyway, note the star, the number is circled, 49 wins, 2 points. Uncle Edge, my man, he's going for it. He's deadly serious. So, if you think you're just going to, mail it in, so to speak, it ain't going to work. He's got your number. Next, second place is the Badgers. Still on top up there. 46 wins, 2 points. Then we come down to third place, solid. Southpaw and Goldilocks, our friends in Delaware. 1 point, because you split it with the Rooster this week. Third place. Then we come to fourth, which is the Hankster. Hankster still holding tight. Not that far off the lead, but off the lead. Fourth, Hankster, 44 wins, 2 points. All right, then we move to the fifth. Here we go, fifth, there I am, up top, holding out with 44. Then we come down to Mr. Clean. He's got 44 also. And Cracklin' Rosie, there you are, girl. You're right up there with us. Nothing to worry about. Fifth, 44 wins. Then we come to the sixth places. Up here we got the Jayhawker, 43 wins, sixth. Then we got the Undertaker, his brother. Wow. Right there with him. I just noticed that right now. And you guys are okay at this, no doubt. There we go, sixth place, 43 wins, no points. Surfer Girl, just taking over. We got big time double-digit wins out of this lady last 2 weeks. So she's more than just a producer. There we go, sixth place, Undertaker, and then Surfer Girl, and our man who's new, Lucky Dan from the great state of Indiana, trying to make his waves through this tournament. Sixth place, fourth week, not too bad. And at seventh place, we've got Hollywood, 42 wins, doing good, excellent. Staying up with us, not fading back like, most of the rookies do, just the way it's been. But you're staying right in there. And then we're moving to eighth place. The Coyote, he's having his struggles. 41 wins. He's only 3 behind me, which ain't saying much. But he's solidly in eighth place. And then we've got ninth place, which is the Rooster, who picked up his first point this week. 13 wins. That's how you do it. And he is currently at 40 wins, 1 point. All right, and then we go down to 10th place, Lady Hawk, 40 wins, no points. And that's how you get there. And then it goes down to, Batman. 10th place, 40 wins. And then we move on to last place, the Boilermaker with 37 wins. All right, that's all we got for you this week. Oh, do we have next week's schedule?
Okay.
All right, next week, Sunday, this coming Sunday, Minnesota Vikings versus the Cleveland Browns in Tottenham, Germany at 8:30 a.m. So, have me your pick or you will lose. We'll see you next week. But only a few of us took any chances. And me, not so much. I mean, I took the Jets. Okay, enough said there. But, you know, some long shots did not come in. And the upsets, you know, even the Bears were a mini upset, 1 point, right? Anyway, there was no pick of the week, so.